Take a look around. We live in the age of information, where knowledge is everywhere, yet the gap between what we want and what we have has never been wider. Everyone has a blueprint, the desire, the knowledge, the potential, but most people fail. Why? Because they cling to only half of the formula. They either have blind belief with no action, or they grind with brute effort but no real faith. The truth, the fundamental, non-negotiable science of extraordinary achievement, is this. Success demands the complete symbiotic fusion of two forces, faith and action. One without the other is useless. Faith without action is a dangerous delusion. It's you, sitting on your couch, waiting for a miracle that's never going to show up. And action without faith? That's just a fast track to burnout, resentment, and failure. It's like running a marathon with no map, relying on pure effort until your legs give out and you're lost. You have to be both. You must be the unwavering believer who can see the finished skyscraper in their mind, and the tireless worker who shows up every single day to lay the bricks. Let's break this down. First, the unbreakable faith. This is your internal engine. And let's be clear, when I say faith, I'm not talking about a religious concept. I'm talking about a calculated, absolute conviction in your ability to create a reality that doesn't exist yet. It is the psychological fuel that keeps your motor running when every single external sign is screaming at you to quit. Because make no mistake, you will enter the battlefield of doubt. The world will give you 1,000 reasons to doubt yourself. Your bank account will tell you no. Your critics will laugh and say you're not good enough. Your own failures, which are inevitable, will whisper that you've chosen the wrong path. If your faith is conditional, if it shakes at the first sign of trouble, you will never survive the initial climb. The greatest accomplishments in history were all preceded by the Valley of Doubt, a place where the only map you have is the unwavering conviction you forged in your own mind. Faith is your ultimate armor. It allows you to understand that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the tuition you pay to learn the most valuable lessons. It lets you separate the outcome from your identity. A champion says, "The project failed, but my ability to learn, adapt, and execute remains absolute." So, how do you build this champion's faith? There are two pillars. The first is clarity of vision. This is your map. Your faith has to be anchored to a future so clear, so visceral, that it feels inevitable. You have to be able to see it, feel it, taste the success you are building. You have to know, with bone-deep certainty, that your destiny is waiting for you. Action is just the process of walking toward it. The second pillar is an identity of steel. This is your foundation. Your faith must be rooted in who you are, not what you have. You are not someone who hopes for success. You are someone who is actively building success right now. Faith requires you to step into the identity of your future self. You have to adopt the discipline, the mindset, and the habits of a champion long before the world ever gives you a trophy or a title. Now, let's talk about part 2, relentless action. This is the external bridge. Faith is the blueprint, but action is the brick and mortar. It is the physical, undeniable proof of your internal commitment. Action is the iron bridge that you build, piece by piece, across the giant chasm between your invisible desire and a visible, tangible reality. But this is where most people get stuck. They fall into the trap of preparation paralysis. They spend months, even years, planning, learning, and getting ready, waiting for the perfect moment to start. Let me tell you a secret. That's not diligence. That is fear wearing a clever disguise. Action does not wait for perfection. Action creates perfection through repetition, through trial and error. The only way to truly test your faith is to throw it into the uncomfortable arena of execution. And here's the magic. Action is your most powerful source of confidence. When you act, even imperfectly, you create a small result. That small result gives you a small dose of confidence. That confidence then reinforces your faith. This is the ascending, unstoppable feedback loop that drives all greatness. The champion's action is built on two pillars as well. First, embrace imperfection. This is about creating movement. Action requires the courage to be bad at something in the beginning. You have to accept it. The champion knows that imperfect action, taken today, will always defeat perfect inaction, planned for tomorrow. You must launch the product, write the first draft, make the sales call before you feel 100% ready. Faith gives you the permission to start. Action gives you the data to correct your course along the way. The second pillar is an unconditional commitment. This is the evidence of your faith. Action is your signature on the contract of your ambition. If you claim to have unwavering faith in a project, but you can't find a single focused hour to work on it today, then your faith is a lie. It's just a nice thought. Your faith is only as strong as the consistent, high-leverage effort you are willing to put in. Your daily actions are the visible, undeniable proof of your commitment to yourself and your vision. Now we arrive at the final part, the ultimate synergy. This is where you create the unstoppable motor. The true power of this system isn't in faith alone or action alone, but in their symbiotic fusion. They need each other. Faith sustains action. When you hit that inevitable wall, when you fail, when you are exhausted and the results aren't showing up yet, faith is what steps in. It's the voice that says, the vision is sound. The effort was real. We just need to adjust the plan, but we never abandon the purpose. It's what gets you back up off the canvas for one more round. And at the same time, action refines faith. When you act, you gain clarity. Clarity is not a gift you wait for. It is a byproduct of doing the work. Action forces you to see your weaknesses, your mistakes, and the corrections you need to make. This real-world feedback refines and strengthens your faith, making it more robust, more strategic, and more powerful for the next challenge. Your faith becomes smarter because of your actions. Your task, your mission, is to become the master of this convergence. You must cultivate a radically optimistic faith in your ultimate potential, and at the exact same time, a radically realistic, disciplined approach to your daily execution. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop believing without doing. Stop doing without believing. Start working and believing. Believe and work. That is the simple, unbreakable law of extraordinary success. Go build your bridge. Thanks for watching. If this message resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and join our community. We're all on this journey together. See you in the next video.